Hey Capricorn, it's Caleb's Tarot. Right, you guys, let's get stuck into your November monthlies. After you, I've actually got all 12 out on time. Well, not on time, I'm a bit late getting them out, to be fair, which I do apologise for. But yeah, I've actually got them all out before the end of the month. So for me, it's on time anyway. Things should be back to normal next month, you guys. I had a couple of weeks off, which I'm going to explain in Monday Fun Day, which I'm going to be doing shortly after I've uploaded this at 9 PM UK time. So please do join me then if you do happen to catch this video on the 11th. We'll be throwing some cards around, doing a quiz, and a few freebies. Right then. If you watch this at a later date, I do apologise, but just remember I do Monday Fun Day just about every Monday unless something's going on. So it's not always every week, but I do endeavour for it to be every week. Right. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising Capricorn. November 2019. Energies for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. There we go. Let's take a look. Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands reversed, and the Two of Wands. The Ten of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Wands reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Four of Cups, the Tower reversed, the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, both reversed, and Justice. Okay. So this looks like this is a progression throughout November, okay? So the top row is what's crowning you, what's on your mind at the time. The middle row is what your environment is, what's going on around you at the time. And the bottom row is an explanation. It's a reason why. So let's get stuck in. Around the first half of November, really, you're mastering new skills. You're learning how to, I want to say, deal with the situation a lot better than you otherwise have. Because the reality is we've got a lot of temperament issues here. So there could have been a lot of arguments. There could have been obsessive sort of tensions and things like that. It's the Queen in the reverse. I do call her the Queen bitch from hell, but she's like that for a reason usually. But at the same time, this can also indicate anger issues. So maybe that's something that either you or someone around you is working on at this time. And, you know, try not to let things affect you the way they probably have in the recent past. And the Two of Wands, the reason why is because you sort of hit a crossroads. You know, things aren't getting better. We're at a risk of sort of losing things. So what do we want to do? Do we take the hard way or do we take the easy way? The hard way would be to continue this kind of behaviour and hope that it's just put up with. You know, or it's okay, serious changes need making. And that ultimately is the easier way out, to be fair, because it sort of calms things down long term if we sort of work on that now and take those steps at the very least. So like I say, it's either you or someone around you. Now moving forward, we've got the Ten of Cups, and this looks so positive on the surface, it really does. It's blissful happiness. It's a pinnacle, the 10. So, you know, happy family sort of life. Emotionally, things are really sort of looking up. So this is a lot of optimism coming after a period of massive change needed. And your environment is very emotionally stable, very calm. But I want to say almost too calm, because maybe this is what you're afraid of, or what the person that you're dealing with, maybe this is what they're afraid of. If they let their guard down, do they all of a sudden become vulnerable? And I'm wondering if that's a big, massive fear moving forward. It's like you've put yourself in this position where you have to calm down, you have to say sorry, or they do. But, you know, whoever's on the wrong end of the stick here is sort of feeling very vulnerable about that. It's like they're doing it, but it's making them feel vulnerable. And I'm wondering if it's a cry for help. Because moving forward, I see inconsistency that's no good for anybody here. So we may be flitting back to old patterns. It's like 1 minute someone says, yes, I'm going to change, but then it only lasts for like a week or two, and then we're back round to old patterns again. And, you know, what's being offered just isn't good enough. So I think that even though someone's really trying, whether it be you or them, it's deemed not good enough. Why? Because it needs to be long term. These spouts, these arguments, this temper, you know, anger, it needs to subside completely. And I always say with the Queen in the reverse, she's very unreasonable. She doesn't listen to reason. You know, this is an argument. This is sort of arguing over stupid things for the sake of arguing. Dealing with someone who loves the sound of their own voice sometimes, whether that's you or them. A harsh reality if it's you, and this is resonating. The Tower in the reverse. This is that failure to allow the Tower to crash. See, we're vulnerable. We don't want to be vulnerable. That's why it's in the reverse. Because in the upright, despite the vulnerability, we will allow the Tower to crash down so that we can start on a fresh foundation. Because the way the Tower's been built is false. It's destructive. It's very self-destructive and easily broken. And this is the problem with being in the reverse. We are refusing to peel things back to basics. We're refusing to apologise. We're refusing to change. We say we do, but then we don't. And that's the problem. Like I say, whether it's you or them. So moving forward, we have got this Six of Cups reversed. And this is a big, big, big emotional detachment because of bad circumstances and memories from the past. And this looks to me like recent past. So whatever this Queen of Wands energy is, someone's having bad memories about it. And things are being drudged up from the past that needn't be drudged up. And again, someone's just being extremely unreasonable. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I mean, I just had this card in the reverse for Virgo. In your environment, this is that realisation that no one wants to help anymore. Here, there's advice, there's people wanting to help, there's people encouraging change. But when change isn't seen, someone bails, whether that's you or them. We don't want to help anymore. They've got to help sort themselves out before we'll take a second look at this. But what you have to realise is justice is in the upright. So what this is deemed the right thing to do. So if somebody bails on you because they've asked for change and it's not being delivered, it was the right thing for them to bail. It's not necessarily that they've given up, but they've given up trying to help. And it's same for you if you have to bail on somebody who just isn't listening, who just doesn't want to change. It's the right thing to give up at this point. So some of you, for this month, this is quite a short but sweet reading, really. Well, not sweet, I suppose, but bittersweet maybe. Because whoever's bailing isn't doing it because they don't love this person and don't care about this person. This person's bailing because there's no more they can do. They're not putting up with it. It's dragging them down. And the key message here is, if change doesn't happen, someone's being warned. This may not last. Whether it's a dating scenario, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a friendship, it doesn't matter. Someone who was once always there no longer will be if this doesn't change. So, you know, argumentative, bullying, you know, kind of energy. It's very narcissistic. Yeah. Possible friend for a lot of you. I've got to let your friends help you. Seems like somebody's tried already, whether that you've tried to help your friend or your friends have tried to help you. Or this is a partner who you consider a best friend, whichever. But then we have, you know, separation. And getting to know each other. That's come out for a reason. Why? Because you need to get to know yourself all over again. You need to get to the bottom of why you either put up with somebody's behaviour for as long as you did, or why your behaviour has been the way it has for as long as it has. What's the root cause? Let's go back. Let's take a look. Where did this kind of behaviour start? This is very narcissistic. This is very manipulative. This is argumentative, and it's on purpose. This is somebody who just has a very nasty habit of being a nasty person. So like I say, you know, whether it's you that's argumentative and, you know, maybe there's anger issues there, fair enough. But I don't know, I feel like for some of you dealing with someone who genuinely is narcissistic and genuinely does like the sound of their own voice. And it's very trying on your patience, and you have been patient. But it's, you know, again, this may be you needing to get to know other people if that's the case. And move on, for some of you. Again, it's not brilliant energies, but the advice is really good. It's don't put up with bullshit. And if you're the one giving the bullshit, it needs to stop. So look, cause and effect. For every action, there's a reaction. This here, someone bailing, is a reaction. And kindness. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. You know, whether the person you're dealing with is being cruel to be kind for you because of your behaviour, or whether you're being cruel to be kind for them because of their behaviour. Whichever way this goes. Capricorn, there's going to be a fallout this month. And I think that it's an inevitable thing to happen because somebody just will not drop those defences and allow themselves to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is needed. There is nothing wrong with crumbling a little bit so that you can rebuild on a fresh foundation. And I think you'll probably find someone's a lot more forgiving if that's the case. And I think for those that are dealing with somebody who has had bad behaviour, this person could very much likely, maybe not this month, but in the future, hit that crumble point. And for you, it's your responsibility not to hold that against them and to actually help them through that vulnerability to regain their strength rather than to just sit on the sidelines and watch them crumble. Because I do think this person, I think that we've got, you know, two people who really care about each other here, whether it's a family dynamic or a relationship dynamic or even a parental dynamic. Two people who really truly care about each other. And one's just being so self-destructive. It's unreal. And they are not getting the help they need. They're not even attempting to want to get the help they need either. You know, there's a lot of stubbornness here that needs dropping. There's a wall up that needs dropping, really. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there, Capricorn. And I do hope that this helps those that are going through this situation currently. For those that it hasn't resonated, no need to bitch in my comments. You know, I'm pretty sure that the last thing, because there will be Capricorns going through this, the last thing they need to see in the comments is a load of bitchy like, oh, I'm not going through that, that's not my situation, rah, rah, rah. It just means these messages aren't for you. You know, let's have a bit of respect in that way. Those that are going through this, if you do want to take this personal, feel free to email me. It's below on the bottom of the screen. You know, if there's a way that me and Spirit can band together and help, I'm sure we will. Right, I'm going to leave that there, and I wish you guys all the best. And like I say, I'll be back in December and everything should be back to normal with the readings. In the meantime, though, I wish you guys a lot of love and all the best. Take care. Bye for now.